And it's Friday. Got to love Friday. Today is the last day to register for the 21-day challenge, and it starts tomorrow on the 21st, with all planets going direct on the 22nd. This is just a perfect time to use this momentum of the energy that we have going on right now to really focus on what do we want to achieve? What's been stopping us in the past? What are some success habits that we can put together to just finally get to where we want to be and make 2023 the year that you really gain momentum in achieving your goals? So, that said, I am using the Rebel deck. And for those of you who don't know, uh, there the cards do have profanity. I like to give that disclaimer. And we got fucking apologize. Seriously, just do it. And, this is a today in particular would be a great time if there's someone that you've had a disagreement with, someone that has been important in your life, and maybe it's just, you know, one thing that happened has kept you apart. And maybe it wasn't even really that significant, but it became more and more awkward to approach as more and more time passed. And so the rift just kept growing larger and larger and larger. And now it feels kind of awkward to go back and be like, look, you know, it's never too late. And considering that tomorrow's the new moon, new beginnings, fresh starts, it's a new year, maybe this is the time. Is it a relative, a friend, coworker? You know, I don't know if you ever saw that TV show, My Name is Earl. And he had a list of people that he had offended or done wrong in his life. He was going down the list and checking them off because he would go back to that person and ask what he could do to make it right. And whatever it is that was going on in their life, he would try to help them fix it as a way to fix his karma, fix his lot in life. And that popped in my head. It really relates to what we're talking about today. Sometimes our pride, our ego, can really keep us in a place of separation when it really isn't necessary. And a lot of times we look back on the actual incident that caused the disagreement and we're like, how did this ever get so big? And again, the longer you go without addressing it, the more there's a potential for resentment and anger to build because neither party is speaking. And if you take the initiative, swallow your pride, think about the value that this person holds for you. If this is someone that was fairly significant in your life, it's worth taking that step and saying, look, I know we had a disagreement. It's been months, years. We don't know how long we have on this planet. And I really enjoyed having you in my life. And so, however, I offended you or we had a misunderstanding, I think overall, the fun that we had together, the love that we shared, the joy that we brought to each other's lives is more significant than that misunderstanding. Is there a way we can make it right? And just kind of open the door. It takes a lot of guts to be the one to open the door because there's the potential that they're going to slam it in your face. But then you can move on from that situation knowing that at least you've addressed it. It's no longer just hanging in the air. It's not just that growing rift. And and it may even be that in time they come back and apologize to you or say, you're right. If not, you've cleared the air, at least for yourself. And so many times that's even more significant than repairing the relationship is just knowing that you did everything that you could to make it right. And if it's someone that you don't necessarily want to have back in your life, then making peace with it just within yourself and acknowledging that, I'm not proud of my behavior that day, but it's not worth holding on to. I don't really want to reconnect with this person because it was kind of toxic. It wasn't healthy. Maybe they didn't bring joy into your life, and that's what caused the misunderstanding. But at the same time, if it's still something that you're carrying with you, this is the perfect time to release it. Right before the new moon, right before the fresh start. And I've talked about releasing ceremonies before, but if you haven't heard any of those videos, there are a multitude of ways that we can release things. We can even just get in a quiet place, get grounded, get centered. And when I say grounded, it's just, really feel your body, whether you're sitting in a chair, on a pillow, laying on the floor, wherever you're comfortable, really feel your body, get connected to the earth, bring yourself into a state of calm, and a lot of times just holding your hand over your heart, breathing into your heart, and say, I release the situation. And you can visualize it in your head as you say that. You can speak it out loud, whatever the situation was, and that you want to go forward without any energetic tie or connection to that old situation. That, you know, any hard feelings, anything like that, any resentments, just to release them. And for me, I like to write all of it on a piece of paper and get in a quiet position. And this is best done outside. Or, even if you want to sit in your bathtub, because the ultimately you burn the paper that you wrote on. So you want to have a safe place to burn something, um, and even just to have a bowl of water to throw it into after you burn it. But write everything down on a piece of paper and just say to the universe, to God, to your higher power, I've carried this far too long. This has become a burden in my life. As of now, I release the situation, all the ties and emotions to you. And really let it go. Let it go. Because when we forgive, when we apologize, when we address that situation, and again, it doesn't have to be addressed directly with that person, but when we address the situation, at least for ourselves, and take action to resolve it for good within our mind, our heart, our soul, our spirit, and release our attachment to it, that frees you up. This is a perfect time to get rid of those kind of burdens and really give yourself and the people that you've dealt with compassion. Holding resentment only hurts us. You know that resentment and anger, unaddressed, will eventually cause inflammation in our bodies that leads to disease. So when you hold a grudge, you're really literally hurting yourself. And looking at it from that perspective, the situation hurt you once. Don't keep carrying it with you and letting it continue to hurt you. So today, the energy is perfect for releasing anything in the past that you've been holding on to, whether it's just a negative conversation, something you said or did, whatever it is that keeps popping up in your mind from the past that you feel negative emotion over. Write it out. Do the releasing ceremony. Whatever works for you to finally let go of that so that you start over tomorrow free, clean slate. You've forgiven yourself, you've forgiven the other person, the negativity has just evaporated. You'll feel lighter. And it'll also help you going forward in not dragging that around with you. So I hope this helps. If you're enjoying this content, please do like, share, and subscribe. It helps the channel grow, get my message out there to people who could use it. And my whole intent is to make life easier and the information that we need to make life easier to be easy to get to. So thank you again. Thank you all for your support. I will talk to you soon. Love and light.
Hey, so I am excited to announce that the 21-day Reinvent Yourself Challenge is kicking off on January 21st. It's $21, so it's affordable. And what we're going to be doing is every day we'll have a Facebook group. Every day there's going to be a new video, Q&A on the topic. We're going to touch on how to make things stick, how to make new habits stick, really going into this energy of not just having a resolution, but reinventing yourself in the way that you always dreamed you could. And we're going to inner child healing, so many topics in 21 days we're going to cover so that at the end of that 21-day period, not only will you have a roadmap to success, but you will have the inner knowing that you can make these changes stick, and create the life that you really want for yourself. So, registration is open, and really the reason that we're doing it on the 21st, I love the energy because the 21st is the new moon. It's the new moon in Aquarius, which is all about reinventing yourself, your authenticity, showing off your eccentricity, really being you, letting that freak flag fly. So this energy is so supportive. And on the 22nd, all planets go direct. No more retrogrades. We've got a nice chunk of time where the planets are going to be direct. None of that backward, slow down movement. If you watch the full moon in Cancer reading, I went into some of this on there, but then the 22nd is the Chinese New Year. So, I mean, it's perfect for a fresh start. Perfect energy for a fresh start. So, we're going to kick off on Saturday the 21st. Um, Once you sign up, you'll get an email that has information in it. Basically, go to the Facebook group, request to join. It's going to open on the 20th. So, on the 20th, you'll have access to the Facebook group. We'll do introductions. Everybody gets kind of getting ready, and then the 21st we'll kick it off and start our 21-day journey to reinventing ourselves for 2023. So if you are interested, if you really, really feel like it's time to make these changes, it's time to become the best you, go to the website. It's under packages. It'll say 21-day reinvent yourself challenge. Click on that. I will see you there. Love and light.